How's it going? Welcome to the channel. Today we are taking a look at the PUJH PU3 PRO. This 60 volt monster might be the deal of the century right now. Alright, well, let's just start off with the powertrain. It's got dual motors here. I believe they're 1500 watts nominal and 2500 peak, so you're looking at a total peak potential power of 5000 watts. It's paired with this really large 60 volt battery that says it puts out about 60 amps. So if the controllers in this controller box put 30 amps each, we're looking at some serious power here. But no point in talking about it, let's just jump right into a speed test. Hey guys, before we get into that speed test, do me a favor and hit that subscription button, please. I'm trying really hard to make it to 10,000 subscribers. You can help me with that. Just click that button if you're already subscribed. The best way to help me out is to like, comment, and watch the video all the way to the end. Let the algorithm know this is a video worth watching. Thanks in advance. Alright, so let's test out the speed here. So let's just start off in like single motor, and we'll do like power assist 1. We'll just do all throttle testing. Alright, looks like 12 miles an hour in mode 1. Let's go to mode 3. Let's see here. Mode 3, you're looking at 23 miles an hour, 24, 25. Alright, let's hit up to mode 5. 26. Looks like 26 mile an hour, mode 5 in single motor mode. Alright, so basically in single motor mode, you're looking at, this is just your basic class 3 e-bike, right? So that's your on-street mode. Your street legal mode is going to be single motor only. Let's see how we do in dual motor mode. So we got dual motor, and we'll just do level power assist 5 because the lower power modes are probably going to be very similar. Let's see what kind of torque we got taken off too. So we got 65 volts, so whoa. Yeah, so much faster in dual motor mode. So I hit 39 miles an hour right there on the GPS, and the display is saying 42. Oh, I hit 40. Yeah, I hit 40 miles an hour there. Nice. Very nice. The acceleration feels really good too. You know, earlier when I was accelerating from like a stop and I hit it, like the front wheel oh, here it goes. The front wheel skips out a little bit, so it does have a good amount of torque. The acceleration on this thing is actually really fun. It kind of reminds me of the Q20 Pro a bit, except this is a lot faster than the Q20 Pro. And it's got bigger tires. And it's got bigger wheels. So wow, this is, man, wow, that's fast for this class of bike. So the claim top speed on this is in between 40 and 45 miles an hour. And I hit 40, so if you're lighter, I think 45 miles an hour is reasonable. Maybe someone probably could hit 45 miles an hour on this thing. I got a longer straightaway here, so let's see how we go. Yeah, it looks like 40 miles an hour is going to be it for me. Running into some rain here, damn it. So like, as far as range, in pedal assist 1, I mean, you just pretty much go forever. You know, you get 100 miles or something out of pedal assist 1. You know, I'm going to have to, geez, look at, it's like nice and sunny outside, but there's a rain cloud right over me. I'm just getting rained on. Alright, so this thing's rocking hydraulic disc brakes and 180 millimeter rotors. Same setup on the front and the rear. And I really like these like machined looking brake levers. They actually feel really comfortable. I like they have a really progressive feel to them. But let's do a brake test and see how she does. Alright, so we'll get up to about 25 miles an hour and we'll hit the brakes. Maybe at this upcoming red fire hydrant up here. Actually, we're about 30 miles an hour, but let's just go. Strong enough to lock up, that's for sure. So yeah, not bad at all. This is a pretty light bike, even though it's big, but it's got the aluminum frame, so it's not like super heavy. So even though they're dual piston brakes, I'm pretty sure they're dual piston, they're more than sufficient with those 180 millimeter rotors for stopping. So yeah, plenty powerful enough with my heavy butt on there to lock up the brakes. So it does come with full suspension. You can see it's got like a air shock here in the rear, and it's got adjustable forks in the front. You can either lock them out or open them up. It looks like there's some preload adjustment here on the right. So you got adjustable front forks and you got rear suspension. Let's take this thing off-road and see how she does. Now I've been riding this thing for a little bit. I'm trying to find somewhere to test the off-road because it's raining in the spots where I usually go, so I had to come this way where it's still sunny. Don't do it. Man, this thing kind of rips for this kind of bike. I'm actually really impressed with the power delivery on this thing. And the comfort too. The suspension and the seat do a good job of making this actually a really comfortable ride. I mean, I'll talk about the price a little bit later, but man, I can't. Yeah, it boggles my mind. How do they throw so much into a bike and still make a profit at this price? It's pretty crazy. Yeah, so let's just rip around the grass, I guess, in this field here and just see how it feels. It's pretty bumpy, so it should be good enough to test the suspension. Yeah, suspension feels great. I mean, plenty good enough to get out and bomb around on some trails if you want to. It's got really good torque too, so you won't have any problems with like hills or anything like that. Yeah, even sitting down, I'm sitting down, and it feels just fine. Try to hit some bumpy areas here. Yeah, I'm going pretty damn fast too. You can hear my voice. I'm not like got smutty area. Standing up feels pretty good on this bike too because you have like the handlebars came up a bit, you know. How you can adjust them, you can bring them closer to you. So standing up doesn't feel too bad at all. Yeah, suspension feels great. Still boggling my mind. Like, what's the catch? Why is this thing so inexpensive? I don't get it. Man, so to be honest, like so far my favorite bike has been, you know, with pedals, just kind of normal style e-bikes. I'm not talking about high power bikes or high power scooters or anything like that, but just like the regular e-bikes. I think my favorite so far has been the Ridstar Q20 Pro, but this I think actually beats it out because you get the same amount of torque and acceleration and the fun factors there, but you get a higher top speed. You get better suspension because this suspension actually feels like it works. It's cush. It's a lighter bike, you know, because it's got that aluminum frame. It's got, you know, all the extras. You know, you got your 2 charging ports here, turn signals, all that kind of stuff, adjustable front forks. Yeah, I think this takes my new position for favorite. One of the things I forgot to test is like how good the pedal assist comes on. So let's go from a dead stop and we'll start pedaling and see how long it takes. All right, so let's go. I got half a turn, about a full turn. Wow, 2 turns. All right, so let's start it. Let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, 2 turns. Interesting. Yeah, so the pedal assist, obviously, it's a cadence sensor. It's not torque, but I mean, it does what it's supposed to do, you know. I'm just ghost pedaling right now at 35 miles an hour. This thing just gets up to speed so fast. It's so fun. It feels like a little performance bike. One thing I am noticing, and this is true with all bikes, you know, all electric bikes, no matter what it is, you do start feeling a little bit of power dip off, you know. When you're fully charged and you hit the accelerator on this thing, that front wheel peels out. You just go. I mean, it still takes off pretty good. But yeah, you do feel the power decline over time as the voltage goes down on the bike. I put about 8 miles on the bike so far, and let's see. If I let off the throttle, we're still at about 62 volts. You know, so you're looking at some really decent range on this thing, actually. You know, I'm trying to think of something like I don't like or that I would improve. The only thing that really is, the only thing I can think of is just a cadence sensor. I mean, everything else, I can't really come up. I like everything about the bike, really. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. So this is a seat in its lowest position. You can adjust it pretty high, and it's also got this adjustable stem here where you can drop it down all the way flat if you want, or you can raise it all the way up. That's pretty cool. I have mine raised all the way up. Here's the seat in the highest position there, so you can see it can fit someone pretty dang tall. So you're pretty good, probably between 5'5" and like 6'5". But here are some general ergonomic impressions. Yeah, so overall, I think the ergonomics are actually really good. Like, my arms are straight, but I'm not leaning too far over. There's not a lot of pressure on my lower back or anything like that. Like I said, you can raise these bars up quite a bit just by moving that stem up. The seat is adjustable, so when you're pedaling the bike, you got good leg extension, so it feels nice. Getting rained on here. Normally, I don't like the stock seats that bikes come with because I'm a heavy guy, but this one actually feels pretty good. It's got a lot of cushion. It's wide. It's actually pretty comfortable. I don't think I would go for an aftermarket seat. I'd probably just keep the stock seat on this one. You know, and having full suspension, it does make the ride like really, really cushy, you know, so it absorbs a lot of the bumps and makes the ride so much more comfortable than, you know, when you have no suspension or a hardtail bike. So, you know, with a comfortable seat, full suspension, big old 24-inch wheels with those 4-inch fat tires, this is actually a really comfortable ride. You know, one of the things I think is really cool about the bike is it has these 24-inch wheels. Normally, bikes either have 20-inch wheels, these fat tire e-bikes, or 26-inch wheels. So when you go with a larger diameter wheel, you get a higher top speed, but you get lower torque, right? So they had like a kind of a happy medium here with the 24-inch wheels. You keep a lot of that torque, and you pick up some top speed. So I like the idea of the 24x4-inch tires there and 24-inch wheels. It does come with a rear rack here. It doesn't say what the low capacity is, but you know, normally these things are 50 kilograms or about 100 pounds or so. It's got a 7-speed, and it's got the Shimano derailleur with the derailleur guard. Looks kind of nice. Just your standard shifter up here, trigger shifter. It does come with a front headlight and a rear brake light with turn signals. Here's a look at the dash. So it does show your battery bars here, but it also shows the voltage, which is really cool. Like, I hate it when there's no voltage or percentage, so I'm glad they included that. Besides that, it's pretty basic. You just got your speed, your level assist, your pedal assist here, and then your odometer. So over here they provided like an extra USB charger here. So you actually have two. You got one down here under the display, and they've provided this one so you can actually charge two things at one time. Pretty cool. You got your shifter, you got your half throttle here, you got your standard sort of e-bike ergo grips. These are okay. It did come with this phone holder, which is really convenient. So to power the bike on, you just hold the power button, and then you have your plus and minus for your pedal assist or your power modes. To put it in dual motor mode, you can see right here it has both the motors on. You just double tap the power button. So click, and you can see now it's on rear only. Double click again, and the front motor is back on. You also have your switches here for your light, turn signals, and horn. Horn's pretty loud. It's sufficient. Now, the overall looks of the bike, I think, are really good. I really liked how it looks with the black and the red and the white. Everything contrasts really well. It's got like a light aluminum frame. It just seems like a really high quality bike. It's got really good components. It's really fast for this kind of bike, and it's going to get really good range with that big old 60-volt battery there. You got a light, turn signals. Man, it's just, you got everything. It also came with a bunch of accessories. Here's what it comes with. Yeah, so they included this little fan here, which is kind of weird. It doesn't really connect to the bike or anything, but they gave it to us. A couple of charging cords, because there is 2 chargers on that bike. I've never seen this before, but they gave us 2 extra sets of brake pads for the brakes. Kind of cool. Little multi-tool here. Got a phone holder, a lock, a little air pump to air up the tires, and then it comes with, of course, your charger, which is a 5-amp charger. You're looking at only 5 to 6 hours to charge from empty to full. And a spare inner tube for the tire in case you get a flat or something like that. So it's a lot of accessories to come with this bike at this price point. Alright, so now here's the real kicker. So at the time of filming, so this is always subject to change, this bike is on sale right now on Amazon for $999. What the heck? A dual motor, full suspension, 60-volt electric bike with all this extra crap on it for under $1,000. That is insane. So the link's going to be in the description, guys. Thanks for watching to the end. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.